Hello, good afternoon, World Wide Web. This is James, your favorite stock ticker picker guy. We're going to do our last quick recap on Carnival and Norwegian stock. Norwegian's pecking around the low 19s. Carnival fell back to 1580. Carnival, I alleviated myself out of a little bit of my position. And then I did another video the other night, and I reanalyzed both of them very, very deeply and came to the conclusion that Carnival and Norwegian are both going to 35 by the end of January, February-ish, somewhere around there. They're both going to be at 35. So that's where the end is for both of them. The end of them is both equal. Carnival has 3 times more outstanding shares. They're also 3 times bigger. They're both fully booked. Carnival usually does 3 times more money. So it all should come out in the bathwater as being around equal around then, which gives you almost $20 of improvement on Carnival still to go. But it's going to be over the next 9 months, the next 10 months. So you're looking at about a $2 increase per month. Last month it increased by $5. So it's not going to look like it looked like this month. It's going to look a little slower than that. You're going to have some down days. Some days you're going to drop $1, and the next day you're going to go up $2. The next day you're going to go down to 50 cents. You might go down $1.50. Then it's going to end the month an average of up $2 a month over the next 10 months. So you might lose $2 one month and then make $4 the next month. That could be how it plays. And then you'll make another 4 the next month to equal it all out, or 3 and 3 or whatever. I'm not doing my math right, but I think you get the idea. They're both going to 35. The reason is because they're fully back. My last big long drawn out video of 30 minutes explains the whole thing. Their bills are gone. If they stay diluted, that's what it's based on. It's based on them staying diluted. That's why they have a high point of 35. Whichever one of these companies announces a stock buyback, we can just start adding that percentage onto it. So if Carnival and Norwegian come out and say, yeah, we bought back 10% of our shares last month, and we can just assume that it's now going to go to almost 40 each, so we can raise our expectations. And if they do that buyback 2 months in a row, and we can just raise it up to 45, we can go a little higher with it. But buybacks will be bonuses. We're just playing for the full dilution and the normal recovery with the price increases, the full booking. Carnival, you can't get a cruise till late August. Norwegian's booked out till November. Even if there's a future failure in the cruise industry, they're so booked out right now. They're going to be booked out till February or March. You're going to be long out of this play by the time they won't already have cabins all paid for. So I think it's going to be a very, very safe play. Like the people that already paid for November for Norwegian, they already had to cough that money up. So I think it's going to go into that quarter. But yeah, I think that they, I don't know, if you're going to add on deposits for future months, that just might even exacerbate this thing even worse in the meantime for this quarter. I'm not sure how that goes, but Carnival and Norwegian are going up about $2 a month on average. They're going to reach that level of 35. So any options you can get that are Carnival 20s for January or February or March, or Norwegian 25s are going to be excellent. Carnival has more ground to cover. They're about a month and a half behind, maybe 2 months behind on the comeback cycle. But they're chasing and they're catching up. They've been doing a better percentage. They got beat up a little bit more on Friday. That was the first beat up I've seen in weeks. My account's been going up just thousands and thousands every single day. And it's actually lost 1,500 on Friday. I was kind of bummed out, but God, that total balance still looks so good. I don't even care. It's going to putter around. You just got to learn to accept it, I guess. But it is going to slow down to about half the pace or a little bit less than half the pace that it's been on. So if you've been used to making $1,000 a day, you're going to be making 500. If you're used to making 200 a day off this, you're going to be making 100. And that's the way it's going to be for the next 10 months. It's still worth keeping. I wouldn't get rid of it. It's one of the few sure best bets that we have. The boat's sold out, paid for, booked, solid at premium prices, 100% occupancy. It's as good as the Marriott at full rip with all their rooms rented for that long. It's just money in the bank. It's obvious earnings and obvious profit and obvious recovery, and it's all there. All the pieces. They didn't lose any ships. We talked about the business a lot deeper in the last video. I'm going to cut this one short. I just want to let everybody know that the progress on these things is going to fall in half. It's going to fall to about 2 and change every month instead of 580 in a month or 5 in a month. So yeah, don't expect these kinds of results for forever. We might already be seeing a little tuckering back before it starts to go up again. I think the earnings are going to spike it, and then it's going to come back again, and then it's going to go up again. So play your options accordingly. I know buying and selling time is part of option trading, and you don't want to hold it forever. If you don't want to hold it for much, I like to swap my options out for new ones with further dates, and keep converting them as they're more profitable. But I don't know, this thing goes up 20 cents. I'm pretty darn happy with my net gains. I'm really happy with it. But the back and forth thing, I guess we'll have to live with it and watch it for a while. It might be stressful on some days, but then on some days you're going to wake up and go, oh, new high, new high, new high. You're going to see a new high at least once a week, maybe every 2 weeks at the latest before you'll see a new one-year high. And that's going to go on for 10 months. But just wanted to update everybody on the pace of this thing. Don't expect what you've been seeing to continue. Expect it to slow down, but expect it to also continue upwards. It's going to get where it's going to get, and it's going to get where the earnings per share say it's going to get, and where the revenue say it's going to get, and it's all there. So have a wonderful weekend. Carnival and Norwegian. This should kind of wrap up both of them in a little synopsis. They're both so darned equal in almost every sense of the stock price. The buyback would maybe be more meaningful if Carnival, well, I don't really even know. There's only 400 million shares of Norwegian out there. There's 1.2 billion of Carnival. Which one of them could impact a buyback in a bigger percentage? I don't know. We know Norwegian's a lot poorer, but maybe I guess that would all be in sync also. How much can they buy back? If we hear about a buyback, though, we're going to hit 20 by earnings. If we don't hear the buyback, I don't know, 17, 16, 15. This thing might be back at 13 in a couple of days. Then go back to 15, and then go back to 16, and then up to 18, and then back to 16. So don't think the game's over when you're seeing that tick-tock and back and forth. It's not. It's just going to get right back on its horse, and it's going to be looking at adding things up, and people are going to get in early, and they're going to play this one early, and they're going to know that it's getting back to 35, and they're just going to take it there before it gets there. And if they don't, it'll get there anyhow by then. So that's why I say January. Thank you very much, and have a wonderful afternoon. Please like the video and subscribe. And ahoy from Carnival Cruise and Norwegian. Have a good day.